What if your financial goal wasn't just to die rich, but to die with zero? In Die with Zero, Getting All You Can from Your Money and Your Life, investor Bill Perkins challenges the traditional approach to wealth. Accumulate indefinitely, give it all to heirs at the end, and leave life's greatest experiences for someday. Instead, Perkins proposes a radical philosophy. Your mission should be to optimize your spending and experiences throughout your life, while you can still enjoy them. He introduces the idea of a net worth curve, encourages strategic timing for experiences, and urges thoughtful planning so your savings don't outlive your usefulness. This isn't about reckless spending. It's about intention. It's about finding the right balance between living fully today and ensuring security tomorrow. In this video from Detailed Book Summaries, we break down Perkins's most powerful ideas so you can design a life that minimizes regrets, maximizes fulfillment, and ensures your money works for you, not the other way around. You'll learn when to spend, when to invest, and how to align your finances with your life purpose. If you're ready to rethink wealth, reclaim time, and live without regrets, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our weekly deep dive into life-changing books. Chapter 1: Why Die with Zero? Die with Zero opens with a powerful challenge to the traditional way we think about money and life. Bill Perkins asks a simple but profound question. Why do we save so much for the future, only to risk never actually enjoying what we've earned? The idea isn't about reckless spending or blowing through all your money early, but rather about using your resources wisely to maximize your life experiences, happiness, and memories. Perkins points out a common mistake many people make. They postpone joy, waiting for a perfect later that may never come. How many times have we heard the phrase, "I'll travel when I retire," or "I'll do that dream adventure someday"? Yet, all too often, that someday gets delayed indefinitely, and when old age or health limitations arrive, those dreams remain unfulfilled. This mindset treats money as an end goal rather than a tool to create a rich, meaningful life. The central message of this chapter is that life is finite, and time is your most precious resource. The true measure of wealth isn't just a fat bank account, but the quality and richness of your experiences. Memories, relationships, and moments of joy are what give life meaning, and money should serve those ends. Perkins advocates for the concept of dying with zero, not meaning being broke or irresponsible, but meaning having spent your money intentionally so that you have fully lived. It's about finding balance, neither running out of money too soon nor hoarding it so tightly that you miss the chances to enjoy life when you have the energy and health to do so. The key, Perkins argues, is timing. You should align your spending with your life stages. When you're young and healthy, investing in adventures, learning, and relationships will yield the greatest returns and happiness. As you age, your spending might shift, but the principle remains the same. Use your money as a tool to enrich your life across the entire span of your years. This chapter encourages deep reflection. If you had a fixed sum to spend over your lifetime, how would you allocate it? Would you wait to spend it all at the end or use it to create joy now and over the years? By shifting your mindset from endless saving to intentional spending, you take control of your life's quality. In short, Perkins calls on us to rethink everything we've been taught about money, savings, and retirement. He invites readers to stop deferring life's pleasures and to start living fully, making the most of both time and money. By doing so, we avoid the regret of missing out, and instead create a life rich with memorable experiences and fulfillment. Chapter 2: How to Think About Time and Money. In Chapter 2, Bill Perkins dives into the crucial relationship between time and money, two of the most valuable resources we have, and how understanding their interplay changes everything about how we live and spend. Most people think about money and time as separate things. Money is something you earn and save, and time is just, well, time. But Perkins flips this on its head by showing that time is money, and vice versa. And the way you manage this exchange can either enrich your life or leave you stuck in regret. The chapter starts with a simple but profound idea. Your time on earth is limited. No matter how much money you accumulate, you can never buy more time. Time is a non-renewable resource. Once it's gone forever. So the real question isn't just about how much money you have, but how you spend your limited time with that money. Perkins argues that most people make a critical mistake. They save too much money for their later years, when their energy and health to enjoy life are often diminished. They sacrifice present experiences for a future that may never arrive in the way they imagine. This mindset creates a terrible trade-off. where the value of money isn't fully realized because the opportunity to spend it meaningfully is lost. One of the key concepts introduced here is the idea of time bucketing. It means dividing your life into different stages, your 20s, 30s, 40s, and so forth, and planning to spend your money in ways that best fit the energy, interests, and possibilities of each phase. For example, adventurous travel might be ideal in your 30s when you have the stamina for it, while more relaxed experiences might suit your 60s. Perkins also discusses how experiences create memories that last longer than material possessions ever could. The happiness you get from experiences compounds over time, fueling your sense of fulfillment and well-being. On the other hand, holding on to money for its own sake often leads to anxiety, missed opportunities, and a sense of life slipping away. Another important point is understanding the time value of money differently. Usually, people think in terms of investing money to grow wealth. Perkins agrees but adds a twist. You should also consider the time value of your experiences, how much enjoyment or meaning you get from spending money now versus later. In many cases, spending earlier when your health and energy are higher yields far greater returns in life satisfaction. This chapter pushes readers to rethink their entire financial philosophy. Instead of focusing solely on amassing wealth, think of money as a vehicle to buy time well spent, creating memories and moments that enrich your life. In summary, Chapter 2 invites you to see time and money as partners, not enemies. By aligning your spending with your life's timeline and the realities of your physical and mental capacities, you maximize not just your wealth, but your happiness and fulfillment. It's about living smarter, not just richer. Chapter 3. The importance of memory dividends. In Chapter 3, Bill Perkins introduces a powerful concept that reshapes how we think about spending money and investing in experiences. The idea of memory dividends. Unlike material things that may depreciate or lose relevance, memories grow more valuable over time. They pay ongoing dividends in the form of happiness, nostalgia, and emotional richness long after the moment has passed. Perkins explains that when you spend money on experiences, whether it's traveling to a new country, attending a concert, or sharing a meal with loved ones, you're not just buying a one-time pleasure. You're creating a reservoir of memories that you can draw happiness from for years, even decades. These memory dividends add up, enhancing your life satisfaction in ways that things simply cannot. The chapter highlights studies showing that people consistently derive more lasting joy from experiences than from possessions. That new gadget or luxury item might excite you briefly, but its appeal fades fast. Experiences, on the other hand, become part of your identity and personal story. They create bonds with others and shape how you see yourself. Perkins also talks about how memories have a unique power. They can be shared and revisited, deepening relationships and sparking joy even when the original event is long over. A family vacation, a meaningful conversation, or an adrenaline-pumping adventure can all become stories that strengthen connections and lift your spirits. But there's a catch. To maximize your memory dividends, timing matters. The earlier you have rich experiences, the longer you get to benefit from their emotional returns. Waiting too long can mean missing out on those precious years when you're most receptive and able to create vivid memories. This chapter encourages readers to shift their focus from accumulating stuff to investing in moments. Instead of buying things that clutter your life, spend on experiences that enrich your mind and heart. And don't just chase big, rare adventures. Small, meaningful moments also pay memory dividends that accumulate quietly but powerfully. Ultimately, Perkins urges us to treat money as a tool for buying lasting happiness through memories. These dividends become a crucial part of living fully, helping us harvest joy over a lifetime rather than deferring it endlessly. Chapter 4. Invest in experiences early. Chapter 4 deepens the idea that timing is everything when it comes to spending your money, and Perkins makes a compelling case for investing in experiences early in life, rather than postponing them indefinitely. The traditional wisdom says to save money now and splurge later, but this chapter flips that notion on its head. Perkins reminds us that our ability to enjoy experiences isn't constant over time. Youth and middle age often bring more energy, fewer health constraints, and a greater capacity for adventure. Waiting until retirement to check off all your bucket list items might mean missing out, because your physical abilities or enthusiasm have waned. He emphasizes the concept of experience windows, specific periods in your life when certain activities are most rewarding or even possible. For example, backpacking through rugged terrain, running a marathon, or attending music festivals might be best done earlier when your body can handle the demands. Conversely, some experiences like savoring fine dining or appreciating cultural tours can be enjoyed later in life, but they don't require the same physical vigor. The chapter also highlights the danger of deferring gratification too long. People often tell themselves, "I'll do it when I have more money," or "I'll travel after I retire." But life is unpredictable. Health issues, family obligations, or unexpected events can derail these plans. Perkins challenges readers to recognize the urgency of the present moment and take advantage of the experience windows they have right now. Moreover, Perkins points out that investing early in experiences doesn't mean reckless spending. It's about strategically using your resources to create meaningful memories during times when they will matter most. This balanced approach maximizes both your enjoyment and your future memory dividends. He also discusses the importance of planning your finances around these experience windows, making conscious choices to allocate money toward the experiences that align with your life stage and values. This mindset encourages a shift from hoarding cash to using money as a vehicle for a richer life. Ultimately, Chapter 4 encourages you to break free from the common trap of endless saving and postponing fun. Life's too short and too precious to wait for someday. Investing in experiences early means you don't just accumulate wealth. You accumulate joy, vitality, and memories that will pay you back for years. Chapter 5, Balancing Time and Money, the True Currency of Life. Chapter 5 of Die with Zero shifts the focus to a profound but often overlooked truth. Time is the most precious currency we have, even more valuable than money. Bill Perkins urges us to rethink how we balance our finite time against the money we earn and spend. The chapter opens with a striking insight. No matter how much money you accumulate, you cannot buy more time. Your lifespan is limited, and every moment that passes is gone forever. This realization reframes the whole concept of wealth, not just as dollars in the bank but as how well you use your time. Perkins challenges the traditional work-save-retire cycle, highlighting that many people spend their younger years trading away time for money, only to discover later that they no longer have the health or energy to enjoy the wealth they've amassed. The irony is that some might die with a fortune but without the opportunity to truly live. To avoid this trap, Perkins proposes a mindset of balancing your spending, so that you invest not only money but also your time into experiences that matter. This means making conscious choices to spend both your time and money wisely in the present, rather than deferring fulfillment indefinitely. He introduces the concept of time bucketing, which is about dividing your life into periods and planning how you want to allocate your resources, both time and money, during each phase. This helps you align your spending with your energy levels, interests, and goals at different ages. The chapter also explores the trade-offs between time and money. For example, working longer might increase your savings, but it costs you valuable free time. Conversely, taking time off or working less could mean fewer dollars but more life experiences. Perkins emphasizes that the right balance is personal and depends on individual priorities. Ultimately, Perkins wants readers to view time and money as intertwined resources. Using money to buy back time, whether by outsourcing tasks, reducing work hours, or investing in experiences that maximize your vitality, can enhance your overall happiness. Chapter 5 is a powerful reminder that true wealth isn't just about how much you have, but how well you use what you have. Your days, your moments, your life. It's a call to live intentionally, to value time as a currency to be spent wisely, and to design a life where your money fuels your best moments. Chapter 6. How to Spend Wisely, Maximizing Life's Value. Chapter 6 zeroes in on the art of spending wisely. Not just spending less, but spending smarter to get the most value out of your money and your life. Bill Perkins urges readers to move beyond simple frugality and instead adopt a mindset focused on maximizing the return on every dollar spent, measured in terms of fulfillment, joy, and meaningful experiences. The chapter begins by challenging the common assumption that saving as much as possible for the distant future is always the best strategy. Perkins points out that hoarding cash at the expense of living fully today often leads to regret. Instead, he encourages a more balanced approach, where spending decisions are aligned with your personal values and life goals. One key principle Perkins highlights is the importance of marginal utility, the idea that the happiness you get from each additional dollar spent tends to diminish. For example, spending $1,000 on an unforgettable vacation can bring far more lasting joy than buying the latest luxury gadget or expensive clothing. This is because experiences tend to generate lasting memories and emotional benefits that material things rarely match. Perkins also stresses the importance of timing your spending to maximize enjoyment. Spending money on certain experiences when you are younger and more energetic can pay off in bigger memory dividends. Conversely, some expenses like certain comforts or health-related spending may be more valuable later in life. The chapter also covers the dangers of lifestyle inflation, the tendency to increase spending as income rises, often on things that don't add proportionate happiness. Perkins advises readers to be mindful of spending habits that don't contribute meaningfully to their well-being or joy. Practical tips for spending wisely include prioritizing experiences that foster connection and growth, investing in your health, and avoiding impulse purchases that offer fleeting satisfaction. He also encourages readers to evaluate their spending through the lens of their life energy, the finite resource of time and vitality they have to enjoy what money can buy. Ultimately, Chapter 6 challenges you to rethink how you approach spending, transforming it from a routine transaction into a powerful tool for enriching your life. By focusing on value, timing, and personal meaning, you can ensure your money serves your true purpose, to live fully, now and throughout your life. Chapter 7. Invest in experiences, the true currency of happiness. Chapter 7 digs deep into one of Bill Perkins' most compelling ideas. Investing in experiences over possessions is the key to a rich, fulfilling life. Experiences, he argues, deliver far more lasting happiness than material things because they shape who we are and create memories that endure. Perkins starts by explaining why experiences outperform possessions when it comes to long-term satisfaction. Unlike material goods, which lose their appeal as novelty fades, experiences become part of your identity. The joy they bring doesn't just disappear. Instead, it grows over time as you recall the memories, stories, and lessons they gave you. The chapter outlines how experiences generate a unique blend of emotional benefits: excitement, connection with others, personal growth, and a sense of adventure. Whether it's traveling to a new country, learning a new skill, or simply spending quality time with loved ones, these moments enrich your life in ways things can't match. Perkins also highlights research showing that people who prioritize experiences tend to feel happier and more fulfilled. This is because experiences often strengthen relationships and build social bonds, which are fundamental to human happiness. Memories from shared adventures can create lifelong connections that material goods never will. Another important point is the timing of experiences. The chapter encourages readers to enjoy meaningful experiences when their health and energy are high enough to truly savor them. Waiting too long to have fun later can mean missing out on the full benefits, as physical and cognitive abilities decline. Perkins reminds us that investing in experiences doesn't require extravagant spending. It's about thoughtful choices that align with your passions and values. Even small, everyday moments like a hike in nature, a dinner with friends, or a creative hobby can be powerful experiences that add joy. Finally, Chapter 7 ties this focus on experiences back to the broader philosophy of Die with Zero. Money is a tool to buy meaningful life moments, not just things. By consciously directing your resources toward experiences, you build a life rich in memories, happiness, and personal fulfillment. Chapter 8, Time Buckets, Planning Your Life to Maximize Joy. In Chapter 8, Bill Perkins introduces a powerful framework called Time Buckets to help you structure your life so that you maximize happiness and fulfillment across every stage. Instead of thinking about life as one big, undifferentiated chunk of time, Perkins encourages breaking it into distinct periods, each with its own goals, opportunities, and priorities. The core idea is simple but profound. Your desires, energy, and capabilities change as you age, so your spending and life experiences should be tailored to fit these phases. Perkins urges readers to proactively plan their experiences and expenditures according to when they will get the most value and joy out of them. He explains that most people save money indefinitely for retirement or the distant future, often neglecting the fact that some experiences can only be fully enjoyed at certain ages. For example, adventure travel, intense physical activities, or raising young children are time-sensitive. Postponing these experiences might mean missing out on them altogether. The Time Buckets approach helps you allocate your resources wisely by asking, When is the right time in my life to have this experience? And am I physically and mentally prepared to enjoy it fully? By thinking in these terms, you avoid the trap of deferring all joy until someday, which might never come. Perkins also points out that planning your life through time buckets encourages balance. You can spread out your meaningful experiences over decades, rather than cramming everything into retirement or early adulthood. This prevents burnout and keeps your life rich and engaging through all stages. The chapter offers practical advice on how to create your own time buckets. Start by listing the experiences and goals you want to achieve, then map them onto different periods of your life. Consider your health, family situation, career demands, and financial resources. The goal is to design a life that delivers ongoing fulfillment, not just a big payoff at the end. Ultimately, Chapter 8 invites you to rethink how you view time and money together. Instead of hoarding wealth or waiting endlessly for the perfect moment, use the time buckets framework to live intentionally, making sure each phase of your life is filled with the experiences that matter most. Chapter 9. Giving while living, the joy of shared wealth. Chapter 9 shifts the focus from spending on yourself to the powerful impact of giving your wealth away during your lifetime, rather than leaving it all as an inheritance after you die. Bill Perkins calls this approach giving while living, and he explains why it's a win-win for both the giver and the recipients. The chapter begins by highlighting the common pattern many people follow: accumulating wealth for decades only to pass it on after death. Perkins argues this often misses the point of money's true purpose: to enhance life. By waiting until after you're gone, you lose the chance to see how your generosity positively affects your loved ones and community. Giving while living allows you to witness the joy your gifts bring, strengthening relationships and creating shared memories around the act of generosity. It transforms money from a cold, abstract asset into a living force for connection and happiness. Perkins also discusses the concept of time value of giving. Just as money has a time value in investing, gifts have more impact when given earlier. For example, helping a child buy a home when they're starting their adult life or supporting a family member through education can shape their future in meaningful ways, benefits they might not receive if the money only arrives years later. The chapter tackles common fears about giving early, such as running out of money or losing financial security. Perkins encourages thoughtful planning, balancing generosity with ensuring your own needs and desires are met. The key is to give deliberately and strategically, not impulsively or out of guilt. Another crucial point is that giving while living can provide you with purpose and fulfillment. It shifts your mindset from accumulation to contribution, making life richer and more meaningful. This aligns perfectly with the book's broader message. Money's real value lies in how it enhances your life and the lives of others, not just how much you keep. Finally, Perkins invites readers to reflect on their own values and relationships. He suggests involving loved ones in conversations about giving and legacy, making generosity a shared journey rather than a last-minute act. Chapter 9 inspires you to rethink your approach to wealth. By embracing giving while living, you can create a legacy of joy, strengthen bonds, and fully experience the rewards of your generosity. Right here, right now.